Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. Hello.
So let's come into the sitting position. Keep your back neck straight, align. Gently close your eyes. Go into your asana. Observe the alignment, how you are sitting. Now, very slowly move your attention towards your natural breath, the breath which is going in and coming out. Now, take a deep, prolonged, slow inhalation, deep, prolonged, slow exhalation from the belly. Now, inhale for the 3 times Om. Take a deep, very slow inhalation for the Om. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Feel the vibration and sensation. Place on your eyes. Very slowly while blinking, looking at the palm, gently open up your eyes with a great smile and say Om Shanti. Om Shanti. So today we're gonna talk about the another mantra, and this is the mantra from the Buddhist meditation and very traditional chanting. Many monks they practice this mantra in order to in order to basically acknowledging the wisdom of Lord Buddha. So this mantra is the part of the Mahayana. Uh, this is the branch of the Buddhism, and they do this practice, they do this chanting on. So importance of this mantra, we're going to discuss about it. Before going into and talking about the mantra chanting, and other facts about the mantra chanting, that people do ask this question, that how many times one should chant. There's a specific number, or how many duration one should chant, or what specific time. It's important for chanting the meditation and chanting the mantras or not. Yes, they do play the important role when you're chanting the specific number. But my personal observation is said, initially, first you have to focus on the pronunciation and the intention. The third come with the like position, then we include the mudras. Once you're comfortable with the mudras as well, then we include the number, how many times one should chant, or the and the duration, that 15 minutes or 30 minutes or 20 minutes or 1 hour, the way you feel comfortable. It's gradually increased. The ideal number of chanting, how many times you have to chant, the ideal number for that is, it start with the 3, then 5, 3, 5, the odd number, 11, 21, okay, and then 108. This is the way of chanting. 108 considered to be a best number for chanting. Then 108 two times, 3 times, then you can enter with the 2, okay, and then you can double, triple, 108 times you can repeat reciting, and then whatever the calculation come, that's is the specific number. Why number is playing important role? Because number is specific here in the chanting, when it said that these are the very pious number. According to the religion, according to the Hinduism, it's considered to be a very pious number, these numbers. But my personal observation, I find out, like, if you lost in the chanting, you don't require numbers at all. This is my personal observation. When I do the chanting, you can do the research over that. You can include the chanting in your meditation. This is the task I'm giving you. You include the number, like japa mala. With the mala, we have the mala, and then we are counting it. You can observe when you're counting with the breath. You try, you want to finish it. Your focus shifted to that japa mala and counting, and I think this create the disturbance. This is my observation, which I find out. You can do same thing, and let me know it feel comfortable for you when you are including counting, like you are counting how many times you are chanting, where your mind gonna shift. Initial level, I think maybe they are giving two objects, that either your mind do the chanting or the counting, maybe. But especially in the, when you want to lost in something, you're not gonna count it. So for me, it's look a little bit. That's maybe my personal observation. But yes, there's a highest number, specific number, because Asian yogis, they consider that everything is created with the math. There's a specific geometrical shapes of the planet, of the even flower and everything. There's a math. There's a calculation. Everything is math in the nature. There's specific, and that's how it's um, everything remain like in the same cycle, because calculation is same. So number come into the existence, like, because sun and the position of the sun and distance of the sun from the earth is 108 diameter of the earth, and that's how they play the important role of 108 times. 3 times of chanting because we are 3 times of chanting. Some people interpret that one chanting for the universe, one chanting for your outside environment, and one chanting for yourself. That's how they relate. 3 the numbers, and so with the 5
So,
and other numbers as well. Many interpretation, not the one interpretation, but I feel chanting is more work when you focus on only the chanting rather being on all these other substance. These initial are gonna help you, but I think then your mind would be on the outer substance rather being on the inner substance. So then you forget about the feeling, the vibration, and even the recitation, and your mind is busy. You can do this practice by yourself. Yeah, Balin, you want to say something?
yes, sometimes voice was breaking.
Balin, you are saying something?
Yes, sometimes the voice was interrupting.
Oh, my voice is not clear?
And now is clear, but there was one time that was interruption.
Okay, because maybe network issues. Any part you missed which you don't understand?
I hope no.
So today mantra is I'm gonna share.
Mani Padme Hum.
This is visible.
Yes.
So task for you. You can chant this mantra by including the numbers. You can choose your favorite number and at least 108 times, and then you can multiply with the 2 if you want to increase the duration. Let's begin with this mantra. The pronunciation Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Mani Ada sound Mani Padme Hum. So there is basically the 6th label um, is present here. Om is 1 syllable, Ma 2nd, Ni 3rd, Pad Me, Pad is 4th, 5th Me, and Hum is 6th. 6 label sound. Now this mantra basically, now so when we divide again the sound, again gonna repeat it, don't worry about it. Om is again the divine sound. We already talked about it. Come to the Mani. Mani means the jewel here. Mani means jewel. Jewel of what? Jewel, if you observe the journey of the jewel, he is not the jewel. We are not giving the like unpolished jewel, right? Jewel we call when it's fully polished. The diamond is fully polished. The procedure of making the jewelry. The unpolished stone or the gold or the silver or the diamond, it is how you find out in the stone, like in the mountains, right? by through the mining. Then you take it out. You filter the impurities. These impurities, how you filter? By core difficult procedure, and then they remove the impurities, and then later on they they polished, they go through the polish, and then they become the jewel. The whole life, the whole journey of the becoming from spoiled stone to the polished beautiful jewel. This the journey itself is very difficult, and then it becomes shining. It become, the good, shining and bright, and which is enlightened. So jewel here symbolically denoted with the um, Lord Buddha, the wisdom of the Lord Buddha. Lord Buddha, how Lord Buddha become the jewel. Earlier, before liberation, he was the stone of the gold, right? He was the brick of the gold, and going through all, passing all the obstacles of the life, he becomes shining jewel, which enlightened everyone. Diamond, diamond enlightened everyone. It's like when you keep a certain diamond in the, like, even there is no light, it becomes shining. That jewel, that is the quality of the jewel. That is the quality of the Lord Buddha. Om Mani. So through the jewel, we acknowledging the Lord Buddha, who become the jewel now. Padme. Padme is the lotus. Padme play very important, crucial role. This Padme is lotus. This lotus, even in Hindu culture and even in Buddhist, even Jainism, Sikhism, everywhere, lotus play very symbolical role, which show the life of the spiritual being or yogi. If you observe right, so lotus always float above the water, and the tiny stem attached going inside the water. This is the way of living. The yogi live life like that. Padma, the lotus, where only tiny stem, the water represent the materialistic world. Stem is representing the connection of the yogi, the leaf, the petals of the lotus, and these are completely detached with the water. Not a single drop on the petal, not a single drop you can find on the petal of the lotus. This show complete detachment, that yogi is completely detached and only just for basic needs, for food, little bit shelter, water, minimizing, especially completely minimize, completely just basic needs taking from the matter. And his mind is completely detached, not depending on the materialistic world, not having all the passion, anger, frustration, defilement, or the moh. Moh is attachment, not having a single attachment, but just attachment which make his body alive. So the stem is representing that he's taking only fulfilling those needs. Only one piece of, two piece of cloth he's having it, one time meal he's going through, and only drinking the water, not just having delicious luxury food or so many things just to survive. He's having those things so he can bring the enlightenment. And when he's doing this thing, he's becoming shining. So that this way of life, Padme is basically, this word is representing how you can become jewel. So this Padme is telling you how Lord Buddha become jewel by becoming Padme, is the way of living the life. If you live your life like a lotus, then you become shining, you become enlightened, you attain the nirvana, kevalya, moksha. So Padme is showing the path. Padme is the path which you have to follow it. Money is the destination. You become by following it, by following this path, you become jewel. This is the final destination. Money is enlightenment. You enlightened. You are become shining. And you are not becoming shining. You enlightening, you're shining, you're bringing the shining to yourself and to the rest of the world, like Lord Buddha. He, he bring the enlightenment to himself and the rest of the world as well. Hum is again the divine sound, representation of divine energy. Hum is again the God sound, which is also talk about the detachment, which is the yogi detached from the this sound create the detachment from the materialistic world. So Om, it, I again told you Om and Hum doesn't have the literal meaning. Mani and Padme have the literal meaning and symbolical meaning both. Om and Hum has symbolical meaning. Okay. So Hum is again Sheet mantra, Sheet mantra, and we have symbolical meaning, which is considered to be a divine sound. Everything started with the Om and Hum. This is the Sheet mantra, like all Bij mantra, which very strong vibration, give you a very strong vibration. Okay. So Om Mani Padme Hum, if we figure out the literal meaning, so jewel, which is the lotus carry the jewel. So Om Mani Padme Hum, lotus carry the jewel. It's one meaning. Then then praise to the jewel in the lotus. And in the literal meaning, praise to the jewel in the lotus. So jewel which is carried by the lotus, it's like lotus is covering the jewel. So through this mantra we are praising. And who's jewel here? Your bodhisattva. Bodhisattva is like your pure soul, your purity of the heart. And another meaning you can understand, by following the path, by chanting this mantra, you attain the purity of your chitta, purity of your man, purity of your mind. Hum also represent unity of all and represent the wisdom and purifies the hatred. Okay. So Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. Okay. Om Mani Padme Hum is the consider. So by chanting, you acknowledging the Lord Buddha, like Lord Buddha has attained the liberation by chanting, by acknowledging, we gonna attain the liberation. So this is the most important mantra in the Buddhist monks, because they have to remind themselves, keep reminding themselves that why they born, why, what is the ultimate goal of the human being to attain the liberation. And this is the final ultimate destination of the human being. So they have to work hard. So this mantra is a kind of reminder for them, and by reciting, they attain maybe. So as I told you, any mantra, but this mantra work as a reminder. They're gonna attain it or not, we don't know. But yes, by chanting, you get the peace, definitely. This much is clear. Any doubts will have?
Yes, I wanted to ask what source of this information?
What actually source of information means?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Which from where it's coming? You are asking, or the meaning you are talking
Um,
about? The
yes, meaning. The meaning that
okay. So
that is.
meaning is basic.
Mm,
Okay, meaning is explained by the Dalai Lama itself, and no, not Dalai Lama, but many monk explain it. And
mm,
it's Tibetan, according to the Tibetan and
mm,
Buddhist, Chinese, or Taoism. They explain this meaning, but Dalai Lama also explain in different way. He explained the Om. Um, but I have explained through the context of the literal and the symbolical way. These two are the
mhm,
accurate meaning of the Mani and Padme. Om, he
mhm,
explained, if you want to know about the Dalai Lama, what he talked about it. So he explained about that Om is the body, speech, mind, which transformed into the purity of the Buddha. So this sound, basically, Om represent the sound of the body, speech, and the mind. Okay, when you chant Om, you get out from the impurity. Okay, that his explanation. And further word for money, again, you get compassionate, loving, and you get pure, you experience the pure love. Padme for him is lotus again, but it represents the wisdom which achieved by the purity. Okay, purity of the heart, wisdom which is attained by the purity of heart, otherwise you cannot attain it. Harm is basically is basically the method and wisdom. He's talking about whom, like, the sound is talking about the when you're chanting, the impurities and the purity of the Buddha can be achieved. Like, you purify yourself from impurities, like you earlier you are impure. They believe that everything is impure, but by chanting it you achieve the purity. And then, like how Lord Buddha is achieved, same way you're gonna achieve. So he has give this explanation. Okay, but earlier explanation is again, other monks, they talked about it.
yeah, because I'm practicing this mantra, that's why I'm asking. And Karmapa Thaidorji explained it in a different way, because this mantra is Avalokiteshvara mantra.
What
It's
mantra?
Avalokiteshvara is the bodhisattva of compassion, or sometimes people
Hmm.
call him Buddha of compassion. He
Now.
holds this Chintamani in his
Mm-hmm.
palms in the heart center, and he has the second pair of arms. One holds um, the mala in right hand, and another holds um, lotus in his second left hand. So, and
So what is the point? You're talking about this mantra is portraying the picture of the Lord Buddha. You are saying this?
no, it's not Lord Buddha, if you mean Buddha Shakyamuni, but this mantra is of a deity, the Buddhist deity Avalokiteshvara.
Oh, okay, okay. I got it. Okay, got it. Now What is
Mhm.
your making the point? So it's not I'm talking about the one Lord Buddha. It's basically the purity. You have to
Mhm.
understand here we are not only talking about the one kind of person, we're talking about the compassionate. So Om Mani Padme Hum Loka Ishwara is yes deity of the monk. Many monks they believe they have deity, they have goddess. These they have given the name, but by chanting it, there's many interpretation. I keep talking about it. One of you which you have given, like the deity there, this mantra is associated with the deity. By chanting they acknowledge that deity. Yes, can be true. Other representation is this as well, and maybe you get thousands of the representation, thousands of the interpretation of Om Mani Padme Hum. Now this mantra connected to the bodhisattva as well. Who is bodhisattva? It can be Siddharth Gautam Buddha, it can be a deity as well, it can be you as well, it can be anybody. So bodhisattva is not the one personality like Siddharth Gautam Buddha only, but all the Buddha who prior before the Bodhis Lord Buddha, like Siddharth Gautam Buddha, and afterwards all the Buddhas who came after Siddharth Gautam Buddha. Colin, now you can hear me.
Yes, I can hear.
How much you lost?
Mm,
Last word you remember?
you were talking about that it's not particular Gautama Buddha, or it can be any Bodhisattva.
Hello,
Hello,
Om
can
Shanti.
you can you hear me? Hello.
Colin, now you can hear me.
Yes, I can hear you now.
Okay, so actually, you are right on your way because there's many interpretation, and this mantra associated with the deity as well, but bodhisattva as well. Even whoever it's gonna chant that mantra, make them bodhisattva. It purify that thing. But which you are explaining, I cannot deny. That's also, yes, that's also true. Understand?
Yes, yes, because I said it incompletely because there is a special practice, a special meditation for it. Uh,
Mm.
so, and the main aim is to gain compassion and to purify all the negative emotions,
Yes,
like
yes,
to transform them. Because every this of 6 syllables,
mm.
they transform each negative emotion.
True, true, true. Yeah, and there's also the negative emotion meaning. Like, if I'll explain that thing as well, Om, there's another meaning of that which negative emotion they represent and what they purifies. Like Om purifies the ego, and it brings the generosity. Ma represent the
Yes.
ethics and purifies the jealousy. Then Ni work on the patience and purifies the desire. Then Pad is work on the diligence and purifies the ignorance and judgment. Ma or May represent the concentration and purifies the attachment. And Hum is basically work on when you chant unity of all, represent wisdom and purifies the hatred. So that's one other kind of interpretation as well. So we covered always most of the interpretation, but maybe if you read the scriptures, and there's a many scriptures on only on this mantra, because only the division, what happened after the death of the Lord Buddha, they write it many scriptures, and so many things is lost even because they start interpreting so differently, and which bring more confusion as well. But yes, if you keep chanting, doesn't matter whatever interpretation you are having, it bring definitely purity of your heart, because that's the quality of your chit. Even I'm not saying only this mantra, but any mantra, even just you say Om Shanti, it gonna bring the peace to you as well. But because this the method itself bring, you are passing from the dharana, dhyana and samadhi. Method could be anyone, okay, anyone. So that's my personal observation. Maybe I'm not against of, like, you shouldn't be you should stick to the one method. Yes, you should stick to the one method. You have to choose that method so you can work deeply on that method. And then doesn't matter whatever method you're going to choose, you attain the samadhi if you're dedicatedly doing and practicing it. So this mantra, no doubt, whatever interpretation is given by anybody, this interpretation, or if you even don't understand, doesn't matter. If you keep chanting, it will definitely bring the peace and purity of heart and compassionate. You become more compassionate towards everything. So I hope this much is clear. Now we're gonna chant Om Mani Padme Hum. Okay. So same rules and regulation. Anybody, they can do the chanting again in the sitting posture. Standing posture, yes, you can do this practice. Many monks, they in the standing position, even I have seen it, they do this practice, chanting the meditation, but you have to train yourself. But they are not standing on the wind feet, Palin. So even if you want to try, you can go for it, or with the hand. But I never seen any monk who do one feet. But Hatha yogis, yes, they do the practice of these kind of thing. Headstand or one hand, or maybe in difficult posture, and they can chant it. But monks, Buddhist monks, they either do standing or either they are sitting. I'm not aware of if they are choosing another posture. I think two posture is commonly they are using for chanting. So let's begin this mantra, and we're gonna start chanting. Come into the sitting posture. Keep your back, neck straight, aligned. Gently go into your posture. Close your eyes. Observe your alignment. Now, very slowly move your attention towards your natural breath. The breath which is going in and coming out. Just observe. Now, take a deep, prolonged, very slow inhalation, deep, prolonged, slow exhalation. Inhale and exhale with awareness. Now, whenever you feel comfortable, you can start with your own pace and chanting with comfortable. Relax. Make sure your body completely relaxed and remain still. You can start. Om Mani Padme Hum. 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 Om Mani Padme 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 Om Mani Om Padme Om Padme Om Padme Om Om Mani Padme Om Mani Padme Om Mani Padme Om Mani Om Mani Padme Om Mani Padme Om Mani Padme Go into the silence. Now, very slowly move your attention towards your natural breath. Now, take a deep, prolonged, slow inhalation, deep, prolonged, slow exhalation. Inhale and exhale. Now, inhale. We're going to end the session with the 3-time Om. Inhale for the Om. Take a deep breath. Om. 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 Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Feel the vibration and sensation. Join your both palm. Rub your palm. Place on your cheeks. Again, rub your palm. Place on your neck. Your rest of the body parts. Last time, rub your palm. Place on your eyes. Very slowly while blinking, looking at your palm. Gently open up your eyes with a great smile and go down and feel ocean. Any doubt, any difficulty?
No, everything's okay. I
Okay.
just wanted to say, yeah, you said that monks chant Mani Padme Hum standing. Here in Bodh stupa, here in Kathmandu there are many stupas, so they do chorus like parikrama and chant any mantra, any Buddhist mantra. So Om Mani Padme Hum is very popular in
Very
Tibetan Buddhism. Personally, I chant Om Tari 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 song, but maybe year before I was chanting Om Mani Padme Hum. But sure, every morning I chant this. It's like you took a precept that till the end of your life you will chant it for the benefit of all sentient beings.
Exactly. True. It is one of my favorite mantra as well. I love, you know, because it it actually bring the peace to you immediately. You feel like whenever I do this chanting, I feel like quite connected with me. It's like it's me, and
Mm-hmm.
immediately I love doing the anapan. That is one of my favorite meditation. But if in chanting, if I want to chant something, it would be either Om Shanti, Pranav meditation Om, or second is Om Mani Padme Hum. I feel connected with it. And yes, these mantra come later on. It's not very new, only 25, I think only 200 years now. 200, 2500s, like so two, 2500 years ago, these become popular. Is after death of the Buddha, then these mantras come and all the deities are created. It's very new form of the God and mantras. Before that, other things are going on, not specific these things. But yes, again, if you go to the this Takshila and these many books are available on this, and wonderful when you learn about the Tripitakvani, Tripitakvani, if you go through it, and Lord Buddhavani, what he talked about it, is completely like open my eyes for everything, and it's wonderful. It's wonderful. So
But it's even more ancient because in Mahayana Buddhism there is not only this Shakyamuni Buddha. Before him were many Buddhas, and every of them they taught the same thing to the people. So
Yes.
Avalokiteshvara is for me is like Shiva because he also has a form of Nilakantha, and here you can find in Google Nilakantha Dharani. It describes all the forms. It's very connecting Buddhism and Hinduism
Yes.
because he is like a form of Shiva and also Narayana. He also they give names of this main Hindu gods. So
Right. That's also true. Lord Buddha itself, he claimed that before me there's many Buddhas.
yeah,
But
yes,
the scriptures which we are talking about, actually what happened, everything is related with the Hinduism. If we relate this Buddhism with Hinduism, then it's very old. But if we relate Buddhism because to the Lord Buddha, then it's not very old. So there's many philosophers, and there's, yes, conflict is going on. Some people say new, some people say old. When Lord Buddha itself, some philosophy is considered to be Lord Vishnu, the Dasha
yeah,
Avtaras,
mm-hmm,
and it is even the first Buddha considered to be a Lord Shiv, like it, who is Adinath, first yogi.
mm-hmm,
We agree.
mm-hmm,
That's totally when you connect it with the Hinduism, because Buddhism a part of that. Lord Buddha itself studied the Hinduism, and he so studied the scripture and everything, and he purified that scripture. You cannot deny it. So it's very old as well and very new as well, because it popularized, and because something new, then modern people are connected to it. Something old, we get bored. So Lord Buddha, the Buddhism knew itself because it's surprisingly astonishing and giving so much surprise to the science of the spirituality, and old as well because the base of this spirituality, which they defining the new terms, it's very old, of course. So lovely, but meditation is not end here. Keep practicing more and more and experience the peace. This is the only key. There's no shortcut. Thank you.
mm.
Bless.
Thank you. Take care. See you tomorrow. Bye.